If you're going to find a bank for your kids, you should also find a smart banking solution for your whole family. After all, no one wants to juggle sending money back and forth between banks or remembering millions of passwords. If you're nodding your head in agreement right now, then check out our Best Banks for Families video today. This list of banks offers products to help kids build their financial literacy. Additionally, they also offer services that will address your banking needs as the parent. Think of this list of best banks for families as a one-stop shop to help you build a financially bright future. Let's start with number 5 and work our way down to number 1. Number 5, Bank of America. Bank of America makes our list of best banks for families because of its safe balance banking for family banking offering. That's because Bank of America understands that not every child is ready to manage money on their own. With a safe balance banking account, children can learn to make money smart decisions with your help, and it comes with a debit card as well. Let's talk about the benefits for families with this Bank of America solution. They have many branches. There are nearly 4,000 Bank of America branches in the United States. That means there's a good chance you can bank in person if that matters to you. Another one, you might already be banking with them. Yes, it's possible you may already be a Bank of America customer. If you have an established account with them, it's certainly convenient to use more products and services within one bank. And lastly, they're also well known. Bank of America is a well-known FDIC-insured bank that has been around for over 100 years. You can use parental controls to guide your child's spending, and it's also worth noting that there are no monthly fees. And some things to consider with Bank of America. Well, Bank of America offers lackluster APY, which means your money isn't working as hard as it could be. Plus, the app user experience is equally dull. Perhaps the biggest thing to consider is that Bank of America users say that their customer service experience is really poor. On Trustpilot, you can see that they have a horrendous 1.3 stars out of 5. It's pretty bad. As far as ATM access is concerned, you can use the Bank of America ATM locator to access 15,000 ATMs nationwide. What about costs and fees with Bank of America? Well, that's where the straightforward answer doesn't become so straightforward. Different products and services come with different fees. For example, the Advantage Safe Balance for family banking is free, as we mentioned before, as long as the child is under 25 years old. The regular checking account costs $14 per month if you don't carry at least a $1,500 per month balance. Let's jump to number 4, Chase. Yes, Chase offers a variety of products and services for families. The standout option is Chase First Banking, a debit card designed to help kids age 6 to 12 learn to manage their money. The card can be used by teens up until they are 17 years old. Let's talk about benefits for families with Chase. In-person banking. Yes, Chase boasts almost 5,000 branches, so there's a good chance you can bank in person near you. It's also a solid financial institution. Chase is one of the best banks for families in the US and abroad. Its global reputation means you can trust them and access your money from virtually anywhere. And lastly, you might already be working with them. Many adults are Chase credit card holders. As a result, it may be very convenient to pick up more products and services from a bank that you already use. Now, some things to consider with Chase. Well, Chase offers a paltry APY. At the time of this recording, their savings product offers a pathetic 0.01% APY. If you want to teach your kids about compounding, Chase savings accounts aren't going to be much help. Additionally, the app experience is only okay. It's not difficult to navigate, but it doesn't offer helpful features to encourage savings like Allies Buckets or Cruise Pockets. More about those banks in just a bit. As for ATM access, the Chase ATM locator will help you find one of nearly 15,000 ATMs in the US or worldwide. That's pretty convenient. And as for costs and fees, this is a similar story to Bank of America. Different Chase accounts have many different fees. To avoid surprises, Chase spells them out on their website in detail. In short, you can get a free account for most of your family needs, but minimum balances or direct deposits may be required. Number 3 on our list, Crew. A newer player on the family banking scene, Crew knows that debit cards for kids are important teaching tools. That's why Crew offers a variety of tools, including a kid's debit card, to help you teach your kids about financial literacy. Let's talk about the benefits for families with Crew. They have a high APY. Crew savings accounts and checking accounts have some of the highest interest rates around. At the time of this recording, the savings account is beating out most top high-yield savings accounts at 3.95% APY, but that is, of course, subject to change. Do you want to use an allowance with your kids but have a hard time making the cash to online bank transfer? Well, Crew has a built-in allowance feature to make it easy to pay your kids every week. They have a Pockets feature too. With this feature, you can set up sub-accounts within your savings account to set money aside for certain goals. And lastly, they have a kids debit card. Kids receive a Crew debit card with their name on it and can log in to view their account balances and transactions. And now let's talk about some things to consider with Crew. Crew is relatively new to the finance scene. As such, families might be hesitant to use them. Though your money is FDIC protected by Bang or Savings Bank, Crew is a fintech company, not an official bank. Additionally, there are no physical locations, so if you want a place to go for your banking, Crew is not for you. As far as ATM access, Crew users can access ATMs on the MasterCard, Maestro, or Cirrus networks and be reimbursed up to 20 times per year. And as far as the costs and fees, the account is free. That's great. And it's also free to add all your children's accounts too. There is no minimum balance or deposit required. Right now, you can get an extra 0.5% APY for 3 months by using our affiliate link below. Full transparency, everybody. I get an affiliate commission if you use this link, as I'm not only a promoter of this fintech company, but I'm also a customer. My family and I have been using Crew for the past 6 months, and we've really been enjoying our experience so far. That being said, I would still rank these two banks that are about to come up higher on our list than Crew. And before we jump to those final two banks, please consider subscribing and liking this video if it's been helpful for you so far. It helps YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. Thanks. Okay, number 2, Ally. Ally is a long-standing favorite in the personal finance community. While it may not have dedicated kids accounts, Ally is still a contender for top family banks. Let's talk about benefits for families with Ally. Ally is perhaps the most well-known online bank out there. That means that you can feel at ease using their robust service offerings. It's also FDIC protected. Your bank deposits are FDIC insured up to $250,000. And they also have excellent buckets tools. Before switching over to Crew, one of our family's favorite ways to set up sinking funds was to use the buckets tool within the Ally savings account. There's no need to manage multiple savings accounts. Instead, you can label, categorize, and set goals within a single Ally account. And then lastly, they have a higher APY. Ally offers one of the most competitive online interest rates for your money. As of the time of this recording, Ally offers 3.85% APY on all savings accounts. Slightly below Crew, but not by much. Let's talk about some things to consider before getting an account. Like Crew, Ally does not have any physical branches. Additionally, there is not a lot of detail on kids' accounts on their site. In fact, they don't really target family finances specifically. But we can help you set up an Ally account for your kids. It may just take a few more steps to do that. We got a video in our video description that can help you do that. If allowing your child to manage their own debit card is important to you, it's worth noting that debit cards do not have kids' names on them. That's one thing that my son and daughter liked a bit more about Crew than Ally. Also, they will not have access to their own app experience to check out their account balances. So get ready for a lot of, "Mom, Dad, how much money do I have in my account?" And as for ATM access, you can access your money using Allpoint, MoneyPass, or Ally ATMs. And the costs and fees, Ally is free with no monthly maintenance fees, no minimums on savings, checking, and CDs, and no overdraft fees. All right, let's jump to number 1, Capital One. Capital One is an excellent bank for families. It's one of the original online banks that also have in-person locations with both kids and teen accounts. So let's talk about benefits for families with Capital One. Some of the best Capital One benefits for families include the following: a high APY. A lot of banks with physical branches don't offer competitive interest rates. That's not the case with Capital One. As of the time of this recording, they are offering a 3.9% APY with their 360 Performance Savings Account. So they're squeezing in right between Crew and Ally right now. They also have actual locations. Are you looking for a bank that you can visit in person? Well, Capital One has branches in some locations. They're highly concentrated in the Washington, D.C. area, given that their corporate headquarters is there. Plus, Capital One cafes are popping up too. We have a nice one here in downtown Detroit that I recently visited. And of course, they have kids accounts. The kids savings accounts feature higher interest rates than many in-person banks. With no fees and no minimums, all kids can learn to be savers. Kids savings accounts with Capital One are offering 2.5% APY as of the time of this recording. Not as much as Crew or Ally, so keep that in mind. Additionally, they have teen accounts. Your teen gets the freedom to manage their money, but there are oversight options for parents to help monitor account activity as well. With their Money Teen checking account, your teen will get their own debit card with their name on it and an app to review their account balances. Now, some things to consider with Capital One. Even the number one spot's got some things to consider, right? If physical branches really matter to you, it will be important to check your area. Capital One has an inconsistent footprint with cafes in some big cities and branches in other places. Additionally, the APY on the kids' savings account is lower overall than the competition. As far as ATM access is concerned, they have 70,000 fee-free ATMs with Allpoint, MoneyPass, and Capital One. You can find them with their convenient ATM locator online. And as far as costs and fees, another free account here with minimal confusion. No monthly fees, no minimums, and no overdraft fees. When it comes to financial literacy, nothing takes the place of allowing your kids and teens to manage their own money. However, not all banks make it all that easy to do that. The banks in this video are some of the best banks to bank with if you're looking for kids' savings accounts, checking accounts to manage with your child, or kids' debit cards. By allowing kids to manage their money with your help, you can set them up for a successful financial future. And at the same time, parents need a great bank too. These options support with the needs of the entire family. To access our full up-to-date list from this video, please use the links below or access the list in our video description. We'll continue to update this list over time, so please use that link as the most up-to-date reference. For more inspiration on your family financial independence journey, check out this next video right here. Carpe diem.